You are watching a master at work.
This video is a special video today, and I'm gonna dedicate it to all the people that ever mocked me, laughed at me, and snarked and all that stuff like that when I try to tell them, you know, just the basic properties of real numbers. All right, so you know, you got commutative, associative, distributive. Now, these properties always hold true. Okay, you know, math, just like science, in order to perform a certain operation, you cannot break the fundamental principles. Everything builds and stacks upon each other. All right. So now let's take, for instance, a simple problem. Let's do 2 plus negative 10. Right. Okay. So 2 plus negative 10. You know, you combine them, and you're gonna get negative 8 all the time. Okay, so this is addition. Addition has a commutative property. So I can also write negative 10. You know what, let me get a better marker so you can see. So I can also do negative 10 plus 2, and I'll still get negative 8. Okay, so you see how these properties, they don't contradict or counteract anything, you know, that's preceded it or anything like that. All right, so let's do something else. That was commutative property. All right, let's do this right here. All right, so you have a couple things going on here. All right, so you have two properties. You have the distributive property and you have commutative property. So, you know, this right here, these are factors right here. All right, so 1/2 and 4x plus 8, we got two factors. So I can write this as, I can also write this as like that right there. And I'll still get the same thing. No problem. Okay? There'll be no problem at all. I'll still get the same thing. I still distribute the 1/2 amongst these two terms inside here. All right? And just to show you, this is gonna be, I distribute this 1/2. So I got 4x over 2 plus 8 over 2. And then right here, I'll get the same thing. I'll get 8 over 2 and 4x over 2. Okay, and even, you know, this is, I have a commutative property going on right here, so I can even switch these. I can even say 8 over 2 plus 4x over 2. Okay, same thing. The rules never break each other. That's one thing you got to understand about math and science. All right, so let's say I have order of operations, something like, I got 2 times 3 times 4 minus 3 to the 3rd plus 8. All right, so we have order of operations. So the first thing we do is are there any parentheses? No. So we do exponents. So we got 3 to the 3rd is negative 3 to the 3rd is negative 27 plus 8. And just write down what we have. All right, so now we have multiplication and we have an additive right here. So we have a multiplicative and we have an additive. All right, let me stand on this side so you can see. So right here, you do the multiplicative first. So I have 2 times 3 times 4, right? Okay, so remember that multiplication has a commutative property. So I can move any of these around. So I can rewrite this as 3 times 2 times 4. And then I can write this as 4 times 3 times 2 I can do that. Okay, because 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. And then we got 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. So this right here will always equal 24. And I can do that if I utilize commutative property, and it's always gonna be 24. So I'm gonna get 24 minus 27 plus 8. Okay, and then, you know, you can just, you go from left to right. So I go, I get -3 plus 8, which is gonna be 5. Okay, either way I write this right here, this multiplicative part right here, I'm always gonna get 5 if I follow the correct order of operations. Okay, let's do another one. You know what, let's not do another one. Let's just jump into this, all right? So a couple years ago, I was on Facebook just scrolling, you know, wasting time, and I saw somebody post a problem, all right? So the problem they posted was this problem right here. Okay, so there were people that said that the answer to this was 6, and there were some people that said the answer to this was 24. Now I say it's 6, and you had a whole slew of people saying it was 24. Okay, so the way I did this was I just followed the regular order of operations. All right, so this is 2 right here, parentheses. Okay, so we still have some parentheses, and then we have this right here. So what I was like, okay, we got to get rid of these parentheses right here. We got to satisfy this. So what I did was this right here. So this is 10, and then I just went from left to right. Okay. Now what some people did was they simplified this right here. They got 2. Then they went 60 divided by 5, which is 12 times 2 is 24. Okay. Now there was a very long, violent thread of people arguing about this, and I kept trying to, you know, tell people why the answer is 6 and not 24. Okay, so there's a couple of things going on here. All right, so first we have the parentheses. You have to satisfy the parentheses. Okay, this is multiplication. That's, you know, it's simple, so you can get 10. However, remember with multiplication has a commutative property. So I can switch these around and I will get 2 times 5, which is also 10. Okay, so 60 divided by 10 is 6. Okay, however, if I switch these around and I go the other way, I'm gonna get, if I do it how they wanted to do it, I will get 60 divided by 2 is 30, and 30 times 5 is 150. Okay, so that ain't gonna work. It's just not. All right, there's no way it's 6. No way. Furthermore, when you have a division problem, when you see division, that means the ratio. So you have something on top of another. So I can write this as 60 divided by 5 times 2. Okay, 5 times 2 is 10. 60 divided by 10 is 6 every single time. Okay, this infuriated me how people were just, you know, people I went to school with, they were laughing and be like, you think you know math and the answer is 24. I'm like, nah, the answer is 6. Every freaking time the answer is 6. Furthermore, you see this right here? You see this division sign right here? What does this mean? What does this division sign mean? What is the division sign? The division sign looks like that. You have a fraction and then you have something on top and something on bottom. That's what the division sign means. And so what's on top is 60 and what's on bottom is 5 times 2, the product of 5 times 2, okay? Now, where they messed up is they don't know how to utilize parentheses the correct way. Okay, so if they did like this, two totally different things. Now I have a product right here. Okay, so I have a quotient in here, but the whole thing is a product. Okay, see right here, the whole thing is a quotient. The whole thing right here is a quotient. This is a product now. Okay, so I could write this. If I rewrite this right here, I will get 60 divided by 5 times 2. Okay, and 60 divided by 5 is 12 times 2 is 24. But that's not what they put right here. It's not the same thing. Okay, so all you people talking about, I got my master's in math and I got a degree in mathematics. Take that degree back to Everest because they robbed you. Okay, they robbed you, and you should be ashamed of yourself.